Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Corral going to throw right away. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Corral, a good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Corral. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This will be taken at the 10. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Oh, what a move. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Play action. It's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action, Corral. He's got the connection to Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Right back to Hubbard. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Corral sets up play action. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. On third down, Corral. Allen's got it, complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
On play action, Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, you. Five.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching, and how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Corral. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, Lawrence. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, stop.
Jones now in motion left. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. Touchdown, Jaguars! Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Devon Hamilton in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Corral sets up play action. Under pressure, they got him again. Josh Allen in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
To try again after the sack, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Hey, over.
Now Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 5 now. Corral buying time to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Alpha.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Leo. Hey, exit.
In motion right is Jones. 4th down. Here's Lawrence. Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Corral. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 40 yards. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Patterson now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
X3. 2-18, stop it. Go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Steps away to his left. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
There's Trimble, the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going. Gaps to run through now.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, stop.
In motion left goes Jones. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no return here for Agnew. the drive at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, over. Hey, Joey. Hey, jump it. Hey, Alpha. Hey.
Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Corral.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime.
3rd and long. Corral.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Agnew now to return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Hey, watch it. Rock it. Go. Hey, let's go.
From the 41, Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Go out. Hey, I step it.
Here's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Look at me. Go.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Leo. Hey, stop. Bravo.
Lawrence going to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. Here's Corral. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Singletary, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be. He's got a man complete. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Fakes the handoff here. Corral. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Being chased out left. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, Charlie! Hey, Delta! Hey, Alpha!
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Pilot, 64, reach! Hey! Hey, exit!
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Singletary again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Jones now in motion left.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Lawrence will throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
Sam Sloman now for the point after.
And this is back to a 5-point game. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have done in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up. And